Welcome back, everyone. Today, I want to talk about Chris's letter from jail that he wrote. It was written a couple weeks ago, and I've been lazy and I haven't made a video about it. I probably would have gotten more views if I would have made a video, when it first came out. But anyways, this is a video about Chris's letter from jail. So he wrote the letter it was addressed to someone that I don't know, and it was blacked out, the address and name, but it was essentially addressed to everyone on the internet, okay? So Chris writes this letter, and the headline is that he compares himself to Jesus Christ in the letter, okay? So we're in for a good one, okay? Why he compares himself to Jesus Christ? Probably because Chris got his hands on a copy of the Bible, which is really common in the United States. They really push religion in prison because it keeps people in line. It helps keep people in line a little bit, anything to help. So anyways, Chris, let's dig into this letter. So Chris, first of all, first thing I notice, and I'm going to link the post on QB Farms to this letter, so you can see it for yourself if you want to. And the handwriting is good. The first thing I thought about when I first started watching Chris Chan is like, this guy's handwriting is going to be awful, but it's actually legible. Chris's handwriting has always been legible, which is weird, honestly. You take a look at Chris Chan and you think, man, that guy probably can't read, but his handwriting is actually legible, so it's weird. Some people I know can't write legibly. I don't know why. Anyways, so Chris's letter, all right, he addresses it to someone I don't know, but the return address is Chris Chan Sonichu. So he's calling himself Chris again, so that's weird. Again, legally his name is Christine, and Sonichu, that's just, out there. I imagine the prison guard seeing that letter who has to approve it, because, they get approve all these letters. They look at your letters in prison, okay? They read them before you get them. No, like, Chris can't Sonichu. What the hell is Sonichu? So that's probably really weird for them. Fun fact, this is probably the longest time Chris Chan has gone without wearing a Sonichu medallion in his life for the past, 2 decades, I don't know if anyone's noted that, but let's make a note of that. This is probably the longest time Chris Chan has gone without a Sonichu medallion, okay, for the better part of 2 decades. So that's kind of a weird fact. Anyways, moving on into the letter. So Chris compares himself to Jesus Christ. I'm not going to read the letter, but I will read a small quote from the letter. Firstly and vitally, it should be made obvious and clear that aside from Andy Warhol, my life events at present and so far can directly be compared and matched with that which have been chronicled of none other than Jesus Christ of Nazareth himself in any Holy Bible. And so Chris is comparing himself to Jesus. Why? I don't know. They left him in a cell by himself with a Bible. What do you think was going to happen? Chris is pretty gullible. We've learned that over time. Thank God they didn't leave him in a cell with a copy of the Quran, okay? Because Chris Chan Jihad would have been crazy. You imagine Sonichu, Allahu Akbar. Sonichu Jihad. Yeah. Jihad-chu. Jihad-chu. Okay? That's good. Quran-chu. Allah-chu. Allahu Akbar-chu. Okay, now I'm getting offensive. Assalamu alaikum. Anyways, Chris, he has just gone crazier than he already was. Obviously, Chris was not in a good mental state to begin with. He never really was. That's always a good question. Could Chris have been normal? I've asked myself that thousands of times, and I've never really come to a conclusion. But anyways, They left him there with a Bible, and it seems like he has kind of picked up on Christianity. And it seems like he's really dived right into it. And I'm going to read some more from his letter. Consentful and emotionally and mentally supportive and healing, I did as I had done for and with a chosen few back in Israel over 2,000 years ago, in cleansing them. More details for the Bibles that had been overlooked and left out. We gods had eased up on the views of adultery. Why else do you have all the pro-gay and pro-lesbian, pro-trans and all today? And the past decades, everyone involved were all being genuinely, deeply happy, content, and spiritually satisfied with themselves and each other, as long as all are over the age of consent. And the activity was consensual by all the parties involved and genuinely spiritually happy. It is good. I have written further insights and details and already shared them with David Heidelberg, who is his lawyer. That's who you should feel bad for, his court-appointed lawyer. And I get out second coming or sooner by uninterrupted co-divine intervention. All of your demons and curses are no more and unrevivable. Judgment Day, praise us, God. Christian, not you, the goddess, Blue Heart, and your Lord. So that was the ending of Christian's letter. And it seems that he has gone full-blown Christian in jail. And that is insane. Take someone who is already crazy and you throw in religion and it just blows up. It's like, bleach and ammonia. All right? So that's what you have with Christian and religion. So I don't think that Chris is going to make it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Chris over the next couple of months. Obviously, again, his court date got postponed until November, and that could probably get postponed. It's not too often you get an incest case, so, I feel like the judge will probably give this guy a lot of time, this David Heidelberg. That's the guy you gotta feel bad for. One day you wake up, you're a lawyer, you're making good money, not in the lawyer world, but, in the general sense, you're making good money, you're a public defender, you're fighting for, criminal justice and shit. And then you wake up and one day your client is Christine Chandler, okay? And then you're in Christery. You're just stuck. You're a part of Christery forever. And you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't want to be part of Christery. You just got sucked into it. And now you're part of Christery forever, and you have to deal with this, autistic, transgender 40-year-old who is being born-again Christian, ranting and raving about, God knows what in letter form now. And, it's going to be hard trying to get Chris to do a plea deal, And that's, like 95% of cases are plea deals. So trying to convince Chris to take a plea deal will probably be pretty hard if that's what it comes down to. And good luck to that guy. I'm sorry for that guy. I really have a lot of empathy, sympathy, everything for that guy. So anyways, that was Christian's letter. Links in the description. He really self-incriminates him. He also says that he stole money from Barbara, his mother. He self-incriminates himself for that, so that's not a good idea, but he does do that as well. Christian is not a smart person, unfortunately. It's not in the cards for him. I always wonder if Chris Chan could have been normal. I don't think so, but I don't know. Humans have always been really weird, though. Humans have always been really weird. It's like, why did we build the pyramids? You know, who was like, let's build, you know, an arrow that points to the sky and shit like that. Or Stonehenge. It was like, oh, let's get these 2-ton rocks and just put a circle. You know, it's like make a huge cat in the middle of the fucking desert. And, you know, what are we gonna fucking do with that? You know, I don't know.